Yeah. So first, I want to tell you briefly how I ended up at Yahoo, how I came to be at Yahoo at the first place. So I started a company in 1999 with a co-founder. His name is Tai Tran. And we were 1 year old, five people in 2000 when Yahoo acquired us. So I ended up at Yahoo because of them acquiring my first company. It was a small acquisition. We were five people, 1 year old. $9 million was the acquisition value, but that was good for my first one. The product that we had was a comparison shopping product. And when we were acquired into Yahoo, we became the backend for Yahoo Shopping. Yahoo Shopping was their main property that crawls the web for product information, specs, prices, images, etc., etc. I spent about 3 years in the Yahoo Shopping team integrating that technology. But then I switched to a role which was focused on data science and business intelligence, helping a number of key Yahoo products like Yahoo Search and others to optimize their performance based on user interaction. We had a very large business intelligence data science installation, but it was based on Oracle. So we're leveraging Oracle. Back then, Oracle has a technology called Oracle RAC. And Oracle RAC is the clustered version of Oracle, which allowed you to install Oracle on multiple servers. And that was our main data warehouse. It was struggling. And giving us lots of pains. The main pains that we had, the first one was scaling, just scaling pains, not just were the queries slow to run, loading the data was becoming a problem. It was taking about a day to load a day worth of data. So you can see how eventually that won't work, that you'll be getting more data than you can load. So that was the number one problem, was the scaling problem. The number two problem was the performance and latency of queries as we were issuing them. Also, that was a big problem. Like some of our queries, in fact, I remember we had a query called the monster query. It was a very large SQL query that was merging all of the click information with the impression information and deduping that on a per unique cookie basis. A very simple query, but execution-wise was incredibly taxing. Running that query just for 1 day worth of data would take 5 days to finish. The query would take 5 days to finish. So obviously that was not going to work. We needed something different. And then the third problem was just the problem of not all questions we wanted to ask were SQL questions. Like SQL is great. It's a very powerful language. I love SQL. But some of the more involved data science questions, as you know very well, need to go beyond SQL. You need to do some programming as part of that. And the SQL environment supports UDFs, user-defined functions, and stored procedures and all that kind of stuff, but still very limiting. It wasn't very capable in terms of allowing us to go beyond SQL as a way to leverage our data.